Keely Reason here, owner of Love Hope Adventure, where I talk about the marriage relationship, intimacy in marriage, and how you can go deeper with your spouse. And today I'm talking about spontaneous desire sex, or spontaneous sexual desire. Let me correct myself. So if you were somebody or married to someone that's always in the mood, they're always ready for sex, it's on their mind, they're thinking about it, they want it, they're desiring it, they are someone who has a spontaneous desire, meaning there's nothing sexual happening right now, but they are in the mood. They are ready. They are desiring that sexual intimacy. So if you are somebody who has that kind of desire or married to someone, it's kind of like being hungry, being very hungry. They are hungry. They are motivated to feed themselves. They are going to uh, be excited about making food, going to get the food, going, if it takes going to the grocery store, putting all the things together, whatever it takes to get to the dinner table so they can eat. They're motivated, they're excited, they're dreaming about that meal the whole time they're making it, and they're talking about it. I can't wait to eat this. This is going to be so amazing. This is going to be awesome. If you are somebody who isn't hungry, you don't really understand that, right? If you have you ever been with a group of people and they're starving and you're not, and you're kind of like, I don't have that same experience right now. I'm not feeling it, but they're very motivated to eat, and so they're like getting antsy and anxious because you're not moving quick enough to get to the food. Or maybe that's just our house. I don't know. I'm always the hungry one. I'm always motivated to get us places to eat, right? So if you have that spontaneous desire spouse, they might start feeling a little impatient, right? Because there's a holdup, there's some roadblocks. They're trying to get to the dinner table and it's not happening. And it can cause a little friction and frustration. But they are starving, not for food, but they are very hungry for sex with you, and for being with you and experiencing that with you. Somebody who has a spontaneous desire, they are going to be hungry more often, regardless of what's happening. That's going to make them feel more excited, think about it more, and maybe they think that's wrong. Maybe they think something's wrong with them because they're always excited for sex, always thinking about it, always wanting it. Maybe they even feel like they're putting out their spouse. If their spouse has a different responsive desire, maybe their spouse has a responsive desire, meaning they're not really in the mood unless something is happening to put them there. Or maybe they just don't desire sex as frequently. And so maybe you're that spontaneous desire spouse who feels like maybe something's wrong with you, but it's not. It's just the way that you respond, how your brain works, how your body works. Maybe it's something to do with your hormones. Maybe it's something to do with you and your biology and your chemistry, and maybe it's something to do with medication you're on. And of course, this can flip-flop. There can be points where your desire changes as things in your body change. But if you are that person who's always wanting and desiring sex, yeah, it can definitely make you feel anxious, right? It can make you feel very antsy until you're able to satisfy that craving. So if you're married to somebody in that boat, don't think of this as a reflection on you, that they just need you to fulfill and satisfy that craving. I think that can be a turnoff to the spouse that feels like they're what the spontaneous desire person has. They need sex and I'm the only legitimate outsource or resource for that. Don't think of it like that, because generally speaking, a person who is desiring sex like that, they want that with you. They are craving that intimacy with you. Not just any meal is going to do. The most satisfying thing for them is to be intimate with their partner, with the one that they love. It's not just to meet some physical need. It's not just to scratch an itch. It is to connect with you, to feel that emotional connection. And I know that sex is a physical act, but there's such an emotional component to it as well. And if you start understanding that your spontaneous desire spouse, or that you, if you're the spontaneous desire person, that this isn't bad, it's not wrong, that you can enjoy each other's company, that this can be a good thing. It's a good thing to have a spouse that has a spontaneous desire because they are motivated to make things happen. So if you have two people in the relationship that are responsive desire, well, maybe no one's going to be super motivated to cook dinner. But if you have a person in the relationship that is hungry, they're going to be steering the ship. Now, of course, you have to do this in a way that doesn't make the other person feel used or threatened, because, they think, well, I'm the only outlet. So if I wasn't here, they would just get somebody else to do this. Think about how you can guide them and invite them into sex with you. Invite them to dinner, not just sit it down and be like, here, eat. Invite them to have sex with you. That is very beneficial in a relationship. So don't think something's wrong with you if you have a spontaneous desire and you're always hungry for sex. If you're married to somebody in that boat, there's nothing wrong with them. That is a blessing that they have those desires, that they can be motivated to do this in a relationship, because sex and marriage is bonding. It helps you feel more intimate with each other. It helps create a closer relationship. So having that regularly is a lot easier when somebody is hungry. Even if the spontaneous desire spouse isn't the one always initiating, they may be helping their responsive desire spouse understand that it's important to them, so more sex happens in general, whether it's because they've initiated it or because their spouse understands that they desire them to initiate and they put in more energy and effort in that area. But overall, it can help a relationship because it increases the intimacy between the two people. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, Keely@lovehopeadventure.com. Make sure you sign up for my newsletter, and thanks so much for joining me today. I'll talk with you later.